Hi friends, I'm Jasmine, and I will start off by telling you a little story about young Jasmine at 15 years old. I had always worked, I'd already been working for years already, and it was the end of my sophomore year, and my mother said, "What are you doing?" I hadn't gotten a job yet. "What are you going to do this summer? What are you going to do this summer?" And I said, "Can I just be for a minute? Like, can I just be a teenager? My brain is crazy. I'm always doing stuff. Can I just have this little bit of time to just plain be?" And so I think as a culture, we very often forget that being is a verb, that just sitting, just existing is doing something, and that we don't always have to have this huge impetus to be going and going and going. And so I had a group of small children, I had a class of small children last week, and I asked them, "Why do we rest at night? Like, why do we sleep at night?" And they said, "To rest your body." And I said, given how many thoughts we have every day, as Diva said, 70 to 90,000 thoughts, don't you think that your brain, maybe even during the day sometimes, needs a rest too? And even the 5-year-olds agreed that that seemed like a good idea. And so, as adults, as in this modern world, we're in this current paradigm, and of course, humans are extremely adaptable, but that doesn't mean that this is necessarily the thing that feels best for every aspect of ourselves. And I would imagine if you're here watching this video, that you're seeking a little something else too, that you feel as though your soul or some part of you needs more than is being offered in the world externally right now. And so I invite you to think for yourself about what you're looking for in meditation, what you're hoping to get. And of course, any practice needs to be consistent. That's really the most important thing. And so our goal is for you to find what works for you. You need to have incentive to come back. Starting small is wonderful. That's how we start most things. But yeah, you need to have a reason to come back. You want it to feel good. You want it to be something that's not like you have to do it, but that you really want to do it. And I know that most long-term meditators in my life, it's really something that, like, if they even go a day without, they miss it. It feels like that for them. Abraham Hicks, who I love, says that meditation is a deliberate slowing down of unwanted momentum. So, of course, many of us, our brains ruminate, we worry about the future, and we think about the past and things we wish went differently, and we're constantly doing all of this, just our brains just cycling and cycling, when really, of course, the true power lies in this moment. We don't know what's going to happen in the future, and we can't do anything about the past. And so true power is in this moment. And of course, the best way to come at any moment is from as much composure and inner peace as possible. And so that's what we're all hoping to do here together. If it's helpful for you to think of, I like to think of a little sprout that I have planted inside me. And I want that plant to grow, this plant of peace inside me, this plant of solace and restoration. And I know that it's not something that gets fed by the external world. It's something that I need to feed internally. So we're going to get into it. And again, it's going to be short as a beginner. Again, you want to give yourself whatever it takes for you to go further. Don't do too much at first, if then it's going to shut you down. Just starts with little bits, and then you can build upon that and build upon that. So first, make sure that you're comfortable. And then, as I tell my students, we're going to close our eyes. We can see very different things with our eyes closed and our eyes open. And so we're going to start just by taking 3 deep breaths together. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And in through your nose and out through your mouth. And one more big one. And hold at the top. And breathe out. I like to think of the symbiotic relationship that we have with the universe, so that when I breathe in, I'm breathing in all goodness from it, all peace, all light. And when I breathe out, without any worries, any expectations, any pain, and the universe will take it for me. And then with each breath in, will deliver what is needed to shine down on my little sprout and keep it growing. So for just this little bit of time, give yourself permission to just breathe and be. Give yourself permission to honor that bit of yourself that needs quiet, that needs restoration. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in the goodness from the universe. Breathe in the power in your own peace, and breathe out. So we're going to take our last few breaths together. In and out. In and out. Last big one. And then when you're ready, open your beautiful eyes. Come back to the world. I want to thank you for joining me. We're really grateful that you're on this journey with us. It's literally transformed all of our lives, and we want that to extend to you too. We want you to get what you're obviously here for, what you're coming searching for, that peace that is always within you, that is always accessible, and that hopefully every day you start your day with it, you feel peace and equanimity at a level not reached before, and one that the more and more you develop your practice, the more you'll see how easily accessible it is for you. Thank you so much for joining us, for me, and I hope you have the most blessed day.